Today's Now Hiring is for all of our military veterans who are currently looking for work. Recruit Military and the Disabled Veterans Organization will host a virtual career fair for Jacksonville veterans on Thursday, April 15th from 11 until 3. This free virtual hiring event is open for registration to all transitioning members of the military, veterans, military spouses, and dependents. I spoke with Jennifer Haddock, Recruit Military's Vice President of Employment Services. She's a Navy veteran and military spouse.
Many veterans, this is their first time really kind of entering into the job search. Myself, I joined the military straight out of high school, and I served for 5 years. And so when I separated, it was a challenge. Didn't really understand how my skills correlated. I didn't understand how to draft a resume, how to network.
Haddock says there are employers who are looking specifically for veterans and members of the military. We're talking about industries such as pharmaceuticals, logistics companies, and e-commerce businesses.
You would be hard pressed to find a more qualified group of individuals that are able to handle situations under difficult conditions. They're highly trained. Many military service members receive advanced training, whether it be in a technical skill set or in leadership. Employers also appreciate, the responsibility, the ability to take direction and give direction very, very well.
And this video gives you an idea of what you will see if you decide to take part in the virtual job fair. Once again, that job fair is happening Thursday, April 15th from 11 until 3. And Recruit Military hosts webinars every Monday at 5:30 if you would like some tips on how to prepare for your job search. You can find all of this information on our website and in the First Coast News app.